You are in the right place. You have found your tribe. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time here, welcome to the team. You are in the right place. You have found your tribe. My name is Ashley, and on my channel, we talk about motherhood, lifestyle, and personal development. If you are returning, welcome back. We have missed you, girl. I have been out of the loop for a minute. One thing that I've learned on my self-love journey is that if I feel like I need to take a break, girl, I am going to take a break. And that's how I have been feeling recently. I just felt like I needed to kind of step away for a little bit, regroup, refocus, and now I am back with the content. And you guys, I have so much in mind to discuss with you all, and I'm so excited to get back into it. I hope you've been well. I have been doing everything that I can to nurture myself, to pour into myself, and to build myself up so that I can continue to grow into the best possible version of me. And I hope that you are doing the same, because we all deserve to live our very best lives. So on today's video, if you clicked into it, girl, you know what we about to get into. We are about to get into the truth of single motherhood. You know, on my channel, I like to keep it real with you guys. The truth about single motherhood is it's hard as y'all, it's hard. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna make it seem like every day is roses and sunshine. It's not the case. Like, at the end of the day, I love my baby, and I have grown to appreciate him and find joy and appreciation in this life. It has absolutely been a journey, and it has not always been like this. Like, let me just say this. When you are on your path, when you are in your process, when you are growing into love, in motherhood in general, like, there are going to be some moments, there are going to be some days that you are not feeling it, that you miss your old life. There are going to be those moments, but the thing about it is that you recognize when you're feeling that way, and then you're proactive about taking the steps to bring you out of that place, because you don't want to fall so deep into resentment and so deep into a negative place. Like, it's really easy to fall into a dark and scary place. You have to be proactive. If you are feeling like you are just completely overwhelmed or you need a break, girl, take a break. If you feel like you need to step away, do what you can. For me, I'm blessed to have a good team behind me. I don't know if I've told you guys, but my son's dad lives in an entirely different state. So he's not like a readily available resource. But I do have my family here. I have my parents and I have my sister. Those are literally like the only three people that I trust with my son outside of his dad. If they're not available, then we just gonna be kicking it together. But if they are available and I can drop my son off there for a few hours or for an evening, then that's what I do, and I go out and then I have some fun, or I have some me time. Hey y'all, if you haven't already done so, this is the perfect time to go ahead and hit that like button below. Go ahead and subscribe while y'all are at it. Another thing that I do, like, I have done this in the past to where I took the day off work so that I could take a break while he was at school. You know, while he's at school, that's another opportunity for me to do something for myself and feel okay about where he's at. So let's get into the past. So the past, old me, past Ashley. Ashley before I began to work on myself and began to fall in love and in like with myself, to find appreciation and joy in this life. Old Ashley used to resent this life. Like, resent it. I was pissed off that I was a single mother. I was pissed off at my son's dad and the fact that I felt like he was out here living La Vida Loca and I was over here taking care of all the responsibilities. I was very upset because this is not what I signed on for. Like, I signed on for a family unit, for a family dynamic, but I had to do the work on myself because it got to the point where I just got tired of being pissed. I got tired of having negative thoughts about my child's dad. I got tired of just being so irritated with everything and everyone. Like, everything freaking irritated me. I was just in such a negative place. Like, you could see it on me. You could see that I was miserable. And when I look back, it just blows my mind. And I'm like, I cannot believe that I was in that place for so freaking long. But you know, it's so crazy. I remember, like, during that time, one day I went to work and I was talking to this girl that I work with, and she was like, you don't realize, but he has given you so much more. And at the time, I'm like, girl, my body is not what it used to be. Like, I can't go live my life. I can't do the things that I used to do. And she was like, you just don't realize it. but he is giving you so much more. And y'all, when I tell you that advice was accurate, that little boy changed my life. For me, I will say the love grew. Like when I first had my child, it was more of a sense of I have to protect this baby. Like I'm responsible for this baby. Like, the love grew. Initially, it was just more so protection mode. As time grew, as we began to interact with one another, as he began to look at me so lovingly, as I began to realize that this is a life or death situation and this child needs me, the relationship grew just like any other relationship grows. And I began to fall in love with motherhood. Some days, motherhood, it tests me. Kids are selfish. But at the end of the day, like, y'all, I want to trade it for nothing else. Being a mother will humble you. One, because your child is a mirror. Like, they're a mirror. Whatever you're putting out, they're going to show back to you. So it's a very good reflection of you and where you are and who you are. And if there are some things that you want to change about yourself, then it will kind of push you to do so. Also, kids will cause you to level up in a way you never have. I'm not saying that you have to have kids to level up in your life. If you don't have kids yet, then that's cool. Girl, live your life. But what I'm saying is that having a baby or having a child will cause you to level up, because you'll realize, like, at the end of the day, this child is depending on me and their quality of life is dependent upon me. At the end of the day, you just want to give your baby a good life. And I know for me, it propelled me in my career. It propelled me as far as taking on new goals. Like, it made me want to be the best version of myself so that my child could have the best possible life. Like, having a child will cause you to level the freak up if you allow it to. Girl, like, you will surprise yourself. I'm telling you. And anytime you start to doubt yourself or question yourself, just think about what you're doing this for. You're doing it for yourself, but also you have this baby here that's looking up to you. A side effect of single motherhood is you will find your voice. Me, I'm very much like an introvert. I mean, I have extrovert qualities. Like, I can be out and about and have fun, but for the most part, I'm a homebody. I'm quiet, like, very chill. At the end of the day, you are this child's voice. You have to advocate for your children. And in doing so, you will find your voice. And that is a big confidence boost. When you begin to speak up for your child, you will find yourself just feeling more confident in your own voice and your own abilities. And it will cause you to grow. So having a child has absolutely forced me to speak up and to advocate for my child. And that's probably one of the things, like, that's one of the best things, the best side effects of being a single mother is at the end of the day, like, I know if I don't speak up for my child, nobody else is going to speak up for him. At the end of the day, it's going to be me at the school that's speaking up for my child. It's going to be me that's advocating for my child. That's on me. So I know that when things need to get done, I need to get them done, or else they're not going to get done. So I'm telling you, having a child will cause you to find your voice. This motherhood thing, and it will produce growth in you like you have never seen before. Another thing, being a mother, being a parent will teach you patience, because some of the things that your children say to you, if a person on the street came and said some of that stuff to you, you will be ready to throw hands, and you're going to have a little bit of patience and a little bit of grace when it comes to your child. Like, you're going to have to, because they're going to try you. They're going to say little slick things. They're going to be in the background telling your business sometimes when you are having conversations. You're going to have to catch yourself. So your child will absolutely teach you patience in so many different ways. Like, you can make a whole 4-course meal for your child. They probably eat one thing, the thing that was the easiest and the quickest to make. Patience. Like, at the end of the day, these human beings, you have to be patient with them as they are learning to be human beings, because essentially that's what you're teaching them, how to survive in this world. You're giving them the traits, the foundation, and the characteristics to become whoever they are going to be in this life. It's a heavy lift, but at the end of the day, you're qualified. Over time, you begin to feel more secure and more confident in yourself as a parent, and you begin to do what you need to do, and you get the job done. One thing that really helped me with the single motherhood thing, because I told you guys I was straight up pissed in the beginning, but I had to, like, change my thinking. Y'all, perspective is everything. If you're sitting there thinking like, dang, I'm stuck with this child, I'm stuck in this life, then you will feel like you're stuck with this child. You're stuck in this life. You have to pivot, which means to change, which means to turn around that thinking. Turn that negative thought into a positive thought and just think, I get to experience this child. I get to be with this child. I get to raise this child. And if the other parent is not as involved as you are, at the end of the day, they're missing out. It is hard and it's not fair, but they're missing out. It's like when you have a child, you get to see things through a whole new set of eyes. You get to experience things that you probably wouldn't experience on your own. To be raising a child and get to see them experiencing all of these things for the first time, the joy and excitement, even when they're learning new things at school, the pride that they have in themselves, like you all, that stuff is so beautiful. And you have a sense of pride because you have contributed to this child's success. Another thing that a child is going to do, a child is going to teach you perseverance. A child will push you and propel you to keep moving forward. At the end of the day, mama is going to make a way. Mommy is going to get it done. Mommy might be broke, but mommy is about to make things happen. Use that child as motivation, man. Like it will surprise you. Alrighty, guys. Lastly, your child is definitely going to cause you to be a little weird. Like, I'm just saying, like, when you have a child, it's like you tap into a different side of yourself. It's like you lean into a different side of yourself, the more joyful and playful side. Because as an adult, like, life can be so serious and so heavy. But when you have a child, like, sometimes you have to let your guard down and play and have fun and be joyful and youthful. Having that child will give you the reason and the opportunity to experience that side of yourself that you don't always get to experience. At the end of the day, you guys, being a single mom is very, very hard, but it is also full of good times and full of great opportunities and experiences. I know it could feel so heavy. It could feel so heavy. And if you feel like you need help, if you feel like it is becoming too heavy, do what you need to do to get some help. For me, y'all know I got in therapy. I have my friends that I can talk to and then I have as an outlet. If you have a job, look into HR, look into a EAP program. This is where your job will pay for therapy for you. If you have insurance, call your insurance company. See if they will pay for therapy for you. There are also different resources out here. I just want you guys to know to be encouraged. If you are feeling down, if you're feeling stressed, be encouraged. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I love you and I thank you for spending this time with me. Y'all have a bomb day.